everybody, thanks for joining. It's Debra Lynn. Today I'm going to change things up. I'm going to be using alcohol ink. Yeah, you're wondering why. Why is this girl that's been doing all these watercolors doing alcohol ink? Well, when you get in your studio and everything you're doing is an epic fail, sometimes it's good to still stay in that studio and do something completely different. And if it's oils or acrylics or whatever it may be, maybe it's just drawing. You need to keep yourself busy creating constantly. So I thought, well, I'm just going to get out my alcohol inks and have a little bit of fun with the pigment. And that's what you see me doing here. So let me start by saying that when I bought this canvas, I picked it up at Hobby Lobby, and it was a 24 by 48. It was 100% cotton canvas, and I knew that I needed to prep this canvas because you can't put alcohol ink on an unprepped canvas. So don't make that mistake, because what's going to happen is it's going to stain. As soon as that pigment hits that canvas that's not been prepped, it's going to just have a spot on it and it's not going to move. You have to have something on this canvas so the paints can blend and move around. And there's also a product called Yupo paper. It's a polypropylene paper that's perfect for using with alcohol inks. But I wanted to make a piece of artwork that I could quickly hang on the wall if I wanted. And hey, you can't beat that with the canvas. You don't even have to put a frame around it if you don't want to. But what I did here was, of course, I prepped the canvas by using a product that I found at Home Depot. Now, I guess you could find it at Ace Hardware or any other hardware store that you have. And that product is called Kills 2. Kilz, and then the number 2. So you put 2 coats of Kills 2 on, and it seals that canvas so nothing can penetrate through that cotton canvas. And once you do that, you can start dumping on that alcohol ink, and it's just going to sit on the surface. It's not going to penetrate. So you put some of that alcohol down, and then you start applying some little random dots of the color that you want to use. And I was staying in the blues, in the blacks, and I added a little bit of metallic silver and some white. But I had a little bit of problem with the metallic and the white. You might see me playing and manipulating it in the canvas. It wouldn't move. It was just sitting there like a clump. It was horrible. I had to play with it with my fingers and push it around with the alcohol ink. And next time, I don't think I'm going to use those. Maybe it'd work on the Yupo paper, but it definitely was not working on that canvas. So heads up on that one. Just, I don't know, maybe just use a little bit of it and see how it reacts. And if it's working, then go for it. But don't throw it over the whole canvas like I did, because I regretted it. But the piece turned out very nice, though. Even with that, I was able to work around it all. But what I do here is I just keep adding pigment, and I keep putting down the alcohol ink. And I also have a flicking motion that I do to create these little like cells that I want all over the piece, because I want this to kind of have the look of a wave, like it's not really, that's not what I'm trying to really achieve here, but I want that kind of look. I live here in Florida, and I want to be able to sell this very easily, and I think this is very sellable in this area, that it looks kind of like the water. I live on the Gulf of Mexico, and I really think that some people would really enjoy this on their wall because it just looks like water. So what else can I tell you here? What did I not tell you? So you do use a blow dryer to move the pigment around. You keep manipulating it and pushing it around and put it in the spot that you want it. You can also, when you do flick the alcohol ink onto the canvas, at times you can get it splatters all over the white portion, and you'll see me going in there with more alcohol and kind of moving my hand over the canvas, and that's just to kind of scrub those little spots off, and it cleans up really well. But what I do here throughout the rest of the project is I just keep applying pigment, putting more of the isopropyl alcohol down, moving it around with my blow dryer, making little cells by splattering that isopropyl alcohol onto the canvas, and I just keep manipulating that and doing all that until I achieve what I want, and I make sure everything's dry and set. And then once this is completed, then you need to make sure that you put a UV protective coat on it. And I did find a Winsor Newton one. I think it was about $21, and then of course Michael's, you can get a 40 off coupon easily, and you pull that up on your phone and you get a lower price on that. But before I did that, I sprayed my piece down with shellac. I just did a light coat of shellac on it just to set it. I didn't want anything to happen to it, so I put that on there, and then once that's all dry, then I put my UV protectant matte varnish on it. I didn't want it to be high gloss, so I went with the matte. And the next thing will be is to do a floating frame around it, and I think it'll look fabulous hanging in a model. I'm an interior designer and I do model homes, and I'm hoping to put this in one of my models. I think it'll be very beautiful in one of the rooms. So if you like my videos and you enjoy everything that I've been putting out, please subscribe. And the other thing is that they say that is helpful to YouTubers that make our videos is for your viewers to like your videos. So if you like what I'm doing, please just give me a little like, subscribe, and if you hit the little bell will let you know when I post something new. So you'll always be in the now as to what's new. I try to put something out at least once a week, sometimes a little over a week, but there'll be more and more alcohol inks in the future, because I'm telling you, this is a lot of fun, just like watercolor. I like the fluidity, and I think you will too. Thanks so much, and I'll let you finish watching this without me yapping in your ear. So thanks again for watching. Bye now.